With dozens of tattoos painted across his body, rock star Brian Welch, better known as Head, sat in the silence of a dark room. Head wore black. He sat in a white chair with dark eyeshadow, long braided hair, white hair ties, and a tattoo of a cross with a tear near his eye. He looked up and told his story. "Music is everything to me," he said. "Music is my gift. I remember after the release of Korn's first album, we were on tour with Ozzy Osbourne. During the middle of the tour, our album went gold. Ozzy and his wife Sharon gave us champagne after we got off stage. We were surprised because Ozzy never talked to us the whole tour except for then, but that night, Ozzy and Sharon congratulated us. That's when I first felt like a rock star. It was just surreal. I didn't even know what to say, but it felt good to be a rock star." Reminiscence flashed across his face. Brian Head Welch achieved success. He became one of heavy metal's great lead guitarists. He toured the world with international rock sensation Korn. But he had regrets. "I worshipped a lot of stuff," Head said. "Worship means love, and I loved a lot of things. I loved partying, I loved music, I loved money. I worshipped money. I had been brought up where money was important. Where I came from, you needed money to be respected. If you set yourself up right, then you're all good. I had a mentality where I had to get a certain amount of money so I wouldn't have to worry. Money was my thing." But money wasn't enough. "There was a high when I went on stage and saw all these people loving my music and loving me. There were all these girls after me and people worshiping and going nuts for me. I was puffed up on the inside. I started thinking, I'm important. That's when the drugs crept in. Cocaine, methamphetamines crept in." Brian's voice weakened, thinking of the mess his life became. His vision blurred, and he looked away. "At first it was only alcohol, getting drunk," he explained with a quiet pain in his voice. "All of us in Korn drank. We would wait until showtime and drink a six-pack. Some of us would start drinking during the show. Some of us would finish 30 beers and would be proud of it." The music blared. The guitar roared. The lights and the volume filled their senses. The crowd screamed for more. The show filled their veins with adrenaline. Head's long braided hair swayed with the thump of the drums and the cry of his guitar. But it wasn't enough. The show would end, and the void would stare at him. "I couldn't let the night end. I couldn't bear the silence." That's when the drugs came. Head looked across the crowd as they worshipped him and his music and thought, if these people really knew me, they would not be worshipping me. If they got up close, they would see I am just like them. Maybe the drugs were an extension of that feeling of performance, Head admitted. On stage, I was on this high, and I did not want to come down. Our music with Korn felt therapeutic, like a cult that the audience would enter just to feel what we felt. I would play and we would scream, and it was a wild, energetic experience. We connected with our fans. Head thought back to the thousands swaying to his music, cheering at his riffs. His soul wailed through his guitar. The pain of his childhood and the mess of his life vibrated through the strings. His head rocked and his soul ached. But the crowd felt his pain, and knowing that somehow eased the soreness. They were connected. Our music was about getting wild and sharing that energy. Our lyrics dealt with abuse, not getting along with the parents, childhood issues, getting picked on. Our fans related. They felt our struggles, and they felt synergy and wanted to fight back. The drugs helped Head hold on to that feeling. They brought relief, but the feeling never lasted. The happiness never stayed. Then he had his daughter. Things were going to change. My daughter Janae came into the world, and it was such a euphoric feeling. Janae was beautiful. I loved her. I thought my life could feel that way forever. The whole thing just felt spiritual. I thought I was going to be happy forever. Head remembered seeing his daughter for the first time and the feeling of love overwhelming him. But he also loved the attention he got on stage.